Welcome to Jacques Stories. We're a couple from Romania exploring the world on a budget. Join us as we visit our bucket list destinations and show you how to travel affordably and enjoyably. You'll see stunning travel photos and get tips for your own budget-friendly adventures. This time around, I'm sharing my trip to Spain through a lens you'll love: photography. So, let me take you through my 2022 late November trip to Spain. A country full of history, architecture, culture, and landscapes that are just waiting to be photographed. I spent some time capturing the beauty of each place, and I can't wait to share it with you, so grab your chips or your popcorn and let's get started.
Welcome to Madrid, a city that always feels like home. It's a place I visited countless times, mainly because my relatives have been living here for the past 30 years. Every visit is a chance to reconnect with the familiar rhythm of the city. There's always a comforting sense of routine here that I love. Taking that late breakfast at the local cafe, eating churros con chocolate, all that leisurely strolls that you take through its historic streets, and the way the city comes alive as the day turns into night. Madrid has this unique energy that draws you in. It's vibrant, yet laid back, bustling, yet intimate. Picture this: you're sitting in Plaza Mayor, sipping on café con leche, watching the world go by. People are chatting, musicians are playing, and there's a warmth in the air that makes you feel right at home. What is it not to like? As I walk through the streets, I'm reminded of the many layers this city has. From the grandeur of the royal palace to the hidden alleyways where you find the best tapas. It's a city that's rich in history, yet constantly evolving. For these few days, it's all about enjoying the simple pleasure: good food, good company, and the beauty of everyday life in Madrid. And I even haven't covered half of what this city has to offer. Needless to say, it felt right from the day home years ago, just like my second home. From the heart of Spain, we travel south to Granada, a city that feels like it's been plucked straight out of a fairy tale. At the center of it all stands the Alhambra, a palace that captures the imagination. Imagine walking through its ornate halls with intricate carvings on every wall and fountains that whisper ancient stories. The air is filled with the scent of blooming jasmine, and everywhere you look there's a mix of light and shadow that makes you feel like you've stepped back in time. The Alhambra is more than just a historic site. It's a symbol of rich cultural tapestry of Andalusia, and as you wander through the Nasrid palaces, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. The sound of the Moorish courtiers and the rustle of the silk. Outside, the general leaf gardens offer a peaceful retreat with views that stretch over the city and beyond. It's easy to see why the poets and artists have been inspired by this place for centuries. It's not just about what you see. It's about how the Alhambra makes you feel like you're part of something timeless. Our journey takes us further south to Sevilla, the heart of Andalusia. There's a saying here: Sevilla tiene un color especial, meaning Sevilla has a special color. And it's true. The moment you step into the city, you're enveloped by its warmth and vibrancy. The streets are alive with the sound of flamenco, the scent of orange blossom is everywhere, and the sight of traditional Sevillanas dancing in the square is also amazing. Sevilla is a feast for the senses. The colors here are so vivid: the deep reds and the yellows of the buildings, the lush green of the gardens, and the brilliant blue of the sky. It's a city that's rich in history and culture. The Sevilla Cathedral with its towering Giralda dominates the skyline. Inside, it's a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Not far away, the Royal Alcázar beckons with its mudéjar architecture and tranquil gardens. Every corner of Sevilla has a story to tell, and as I explore, I can't help but feel a deep connection to this city's spirit. But Sevilla is more than just its sights. It's a place where the time has slowed down and life is meant to be just simply enjoyed. People here have perfected the art of living well. Afternoons are for siestas, evenings are for tapas, and nights are filled with music and dance. You can spend hours just sitting in a plaza under the shade of a palm tree, sipping on a tinto de verano, and watching the world go by. It's in these moments that you truly understand the Sevillano lifestyle: unhurried, joyful, and full of heart. After the laid-back charm of Sevilla, we are ready for a bit of adventure. And what better place than the Caminito del Rey, one of the most breathtaking hikes in Spain. This path clings to the cliffs high above the Gaitanes Gorge, offering views that are both exhilarating and humbling. As you walk along the narrow walkways, with the sheer drop beneath you and the sound of the river echoing through the gorge, you can't help but feel a rush of adrenaline. The Caminito del Rey is not just about the thrill. It's about connecting with nature in its rawest forms. The cliffs rise up around you, ancient and powerful, and you feel like you're a part of this incredible landscape. It's a reminder of how small we are actually, in the grand scheme of things. Yet, how important it is to seek out these moments of awe and wonder. The hike is not extremely challenging, but the sense of accomplishment you feel at the end is unmatched. It's an experience that really stays a long time with you even after you left. The images there are purely stunning. Ronda. Our trip continued to Ronda, a city that's dramatic in every sense of the word. It is perched on the edge of a deep gorge. Ronda on that gorge offers views that are simply breathtaking. The iconic Puente Nuevo bridge spans the chasm, connecting the old town with the new. As you stand on the bridge, looking down in the gorge below, it feels like you are on the edge of the world. Ronda has this unique charm that's hard to describe. With its narrow cobble streets, the whitewashed houses, and the feeling that this place, time has stood still for centuries. It's absolutely amazing and a must-visit. Setenil de las Bodegas. Not far from Ronda is Setenil de las Bodegas, a village that takes your breath away for a different reason now. Here, all the houses are built into the rock itself, with massive boulders hanging over the streets. It's a place where nature and architecture blend seamlessly. Walking through Setenil feels like stepping into another world. The streets are cool and shaded, and there's a sense of peace that envelops you. It's just one of those hidden gems that you stumble upon and never want to leave. Setenil reminds you that there's always something new to discover, even in the most unexpected places. And the tapas there, just under the boulders, just amazing. Purely breathtaking. Córdoba. Our Andalusian adventure wouldn't be complete without a visit to Córdoba. This is a city where history and culture come together in perfect harmony. And the highlight here is, of course, the Mezquita, a mosque cathedral that's unlike anything else in the world. Inside, there's a forest of columns that stretches out before you, and creating a sense of infinite space. The arches with their red and white stripes are iconic. It's a place that leaves you in awe with its beauty and the sense of history that fills the air. Córdoba is also a city of contrast. Outside of the Mezquita, you will find yourself in a maze of narrow streets filled with whitewashed houses and colorful flower plants, and you can visit the Jewish quarter that is a delight to explore. It has all these hidden patios and secret gardens. Everywhere there's a sense of warmth and hospitality that makes you feel just welcome, just like most of the cities in Andalusia. Córdoba also invites you to slow down, just like Sevilla and the other cities we've visited. It just keeps you slow and taking your time and savoring every moment. Is the perfect place to reflect on all the incredible experiences that Andalusia has to offer.
Conclusion. As our journey through Andalusia comes to an end, I'm left with a heart full of memories and a deep appreciation for this beautiful region. Traveling with family and friends made this trip even more special. Andalusia is a place best experienced with loved ones, because sharing the joy of the discovery and the simplest pleasures of life is specific for that, to be shared. If you're planning to explore Andalusia, I highly recommend renting a car and traveling with a group. Is the best way to see more, do more, and still have time to relax and soak in the Sevilla lifestyle. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. I hope these moments have brought you a little bit of Spain, no matter where you are. And until the next time, remember to take time for the things that make you happy, to explore and to find joy in the journey. Hasta luego.